And welcome back, guys, to the Ricky2ra podcast, episode 31. And I hope you guys have been alright. Another week, another podcast. We're going to be talking about 4 topics, but let me just get some stuff off my mind. Off my mind? Did I say that really fast? But anyway, let me get some stuff off my mind before we start. A little bit of a change in routine recently, so for the YouTube watchers out there, I may look a bit scruffy in this one, but you have to adapt and stuff. So this is basically my morning, my first thing that I've done so far, other than doing like the shop, because the shop's kind of come first in recent routines, what I'm trying to say. So I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm a bit upset, but we've got to adapt and move on. So I will be having my coffee later on in the day. But it's you know what? Let's be real, people that live in the UK, it has been mad foggy, like really foggy on the morning. I know because of like bonfire night and stuff last time. Like fireworks and like it's all smoke outside and stuff like that, and in the morning it was like you couldn't see anything. But for the past 3 to 4 days it's been really foggy, man, on the morning. This morning's fine. It does look like it's a little bit dull out there, like it may rain. That's right, Weatherman Rick is back. But otherwise it seems okay so far this morning, so we'll have to see what's in store for the rest of the day, really. But let me talk about some things that I'm going to get into on this podcast episode. So we're going to go into Eric Jones first. Then I've got some questions to ask in the second topic, which is slightly different to what I've done before. Creating content is the third topic, and my viral, well, not viral, but my video that kind of went mini viral. Mini, like I'm not hyping it up, it's just something that I thought was funny to share, but we'll talk about that last as well. But I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe out there. It's it feels normal. Do you know what? It feels normal. Like in the UK, we're in lockdown, but it doesn't feel like lockdown. Like it's nothing compared to the first one. Like the first one, everyone was going crazy, throwing pasta at each other's faces and like smashing toilet rolls and doing like backflips off like supermarket shelves and stuff. Like this time it's happened again for supermarkets, but it's not that, like, it's a different vibe this time. Like everybody's like been there, done that, so it's kind of like we'll just get on with the day now, rather than the first time where it's like I'm not getting out of my house just in case this kills me, basically, this virus. But it's just because I'm in shop every day and I just see people and everyone's just normal now. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think about lockdown part 2 for the UK peeps. But anyway, let me jump into the first topic, which is Eric Jones. For those that do not know who Eric Jones is, I'll just give you a brief breakdown of who he is. Eric Jones is like a magician / coin magician. Like he does loads of coin magic, which I really like, because magicians normally tend to do playing cards, but he kind of dabbles into coins and he's amazing at it. The reason why I chose him as a topic is, excuse me, is that I saw him at Bradford Magic Circle at a lecture, actually, and this was like in 2018 time, around like May time. So it was really cool meeting him, and that was before he went on America's Got Talent, or he was just going to do his audition. So imagine like somebody from, oh, by the way, he's American. So like imagine like him flying from America to Bradford to do a lecture, and then he went back to America after his lecture tour, and like went on America's Got Talent, which was pretty cool. And but yeah, the one thing though, the reason why I chose him for this topic is because I can't get this out of my head, and I haven't seen any other person do it in a lecture, especially like a magic lecture. So in Bradford Magic Circle, there's not many people there, but when Eric Jones were there, there was a bit more than usual because it's Eric Jones. He's big in the magic universe, and he shook everybody's hand before he started his lecture. When everybody was seated, like 2 minutes before he was going to start, you're talking about 30 to 50 people that were in that room. And he shook everyone's hand. And I remember he came up to me and he shook my hand and he went, "Thank you for coming down." Something along them lines. He was like, "Thank you for coming down. I hope you enjoy the show," or something like that. And I remember he looked me right in the eyes while saying it. And I was thinking, whoa, like, that's awesome. Like, he's so kind and humble. Like, I haven't seen any other lecturer do that. Like, lecturer that was presenting. And there's quite a few that's been. But nobody's ever done that. And he is a big deal, man. But for him to go to, not like he didn't skip a few people, like he went to every single person and shook their hands. I've seen it. And he was just so down to earth. Like he smashed his lecture. Like, Eric Jones is Eric Jones. Please, if you do not know who Eric Jones is, type it in ERICJONES. Eric Jones, magician. You can put at the end if you want. Check out his stuff, man. He is amazing. He does do like stuff with playing cards as well, don't get me wrong, but he's like, coin magic is just unbelievable. But he got the audience involved like you do in a lecture, but like for the coin rolls, I remember he got everybody to do a coin roll on their hand. He got everyone involved. Really humble guy. And I remember I got a photo with him as well, which is for the memory photo book. But it was a humble guy, and he was like saying, I couldn't make it, but he was like saying after, like, "Oh, we're going to a shisha place after, like, come and join us. It would be cool, man, to jam." Unfortunately, I couldn't make it, which I wish I could. But yeah, it was cool, like, really meeting him. And I have trouble actually remembering other things that he did in the lecture. I remember he did, I think it's called Twisted Aces or something like that. Well, I've seen him perform it on Instagram, where he has like two kings and then he taps it on the deck, and then like a selection card, which is reversed, appears in between the two kings magically. It's pretty awesome, his handling of coins and cards as well. Like, he's put a lot of work on, and he was really helpful, like with all the up and coming magicians that were there as well, especially myself. After his show, we could ask, just jam basically. Like, after it was over, like, we were seated. After that was over, we can walk about, mingle with other people in the Magic Circle group, and we could just talk to him as well. He'd be there, and we'd just stand and just talk and stuff. And he was very helpful for all of us. Like, we were asking him, like, how can we become like more bookable as a magician, and we asked him, like, do you use an agent, do you go standalone, do you get gigs off Instagram or like social media, or does it? So it was pretty interesting, and that's what I feels like very important for a magician. I'm going very narrow here, so if you're not a magician and you have got some sort of type of hobby or skill, please like try and relate it to what you like. I'm just talking about a magician's perspective here, but if it's along the similar lines, please do relate it to what you like. But I do feel as a magician, like it's very important to have these discussions with other more high profile magicians as well, especially like having a hobby as a magician and getting into a magic club is probably one of the best things that I've ever done. Obviously, because of COVID, I haven't been for a long time now because it's not been on. But once it is back on, I'm definitely going. But if there is a lecture anywhere for any magician, even if you go to like Blackpool Magic Convention, any sort of I'd go. You just mix and mingle with other people, and if you have like some sort of conversation with a magician that you've looked up to, that'd be amazing. Like it's so much help. Like there's so many other magicians that I can name, but I might leave them for later podcast episodes because it'll make an interesting story. But yeah, it's like with Eric Jones, it was so helpful, and I can name at least two other magicians that are very big in the magic universe that have helped me and given me advice along the way as well. You've made that three. Another one just popped in my head, but yeah, I would definitely go to a magic club for an up and coming magician, or if you are a professional magician and have never been to a magic club, I would definitely join your local one because of the advice that other people in your industry give you, and from people that have been in your spot and have broken out to be a professional magician, being booked on a consistent basis, and even being on TV, high profile. Do you know what I mean? Being consultants for other magicians as well. So that right there is probably one of the best things I could say. And like I say on this podcast, I only talk about things that I'm doing or I have been through. So I love Bath and Magic Circle basically. That's what I'm saying, and that all stems upon Eric Jones being there. But definitely, like if I was to sum Eric Jones up in one word, I'd say humble. And if it was another word, I'd say like amazing. He's just an amazing performer as well, and he's got a cool style. You got to remember, like you expect, like for myself as a magician, I like to dress up in like and as you can see, like all my suits are here behind me. Like I've got the green khaki one and I've got like a burgundy one here. Like I like to dress up in like suits for my gigs. And with a bow tie and stuff like that. But Eric Jones is quite cool. He's got style, man. Like he doesn't wear a suit, but he's got swag. Like you can tell. Oh my gosh, swag. Is that word even used anymore? I can't believe I just put that in a sentence. When swag was a word, man. Anyway, that was totally off topic, but yeah, he's got style, man. And yeah. Is pretty cool, man. I'd definitely check him out. Again, Eric Jones, EricJones. Yeah, I'd check him out. Okay. That was quite a fun topic, actually. I quite enjoyed that. Hope you guys did as well. And please, like, I try and, like, when I watch videos and stuff, and people say, oh, I'm a rapper, and I spoke to this person, I try and relate it to me, so I kind of like pretend like that person saying, oh, I'm a magician, and I talk to this person and that person, so I feel as though whatever I just talked about then, just relate it to whatever you guys like as well. So yeah, but anyway, let's move on to the next topic, which is questions. This is going to be a very, very short one. This is just something, you see, look, I'm stretching out for this now. This is something, you can tell, like, I haven't done my proper morning routine yet, so I'm, like, stretching on camera, man. Yeah, so questions. What do I mean by questions? What do I mean? This is just questions that I want to put out there. I don't expect any replies, because this is just something that I like. It's an early podcast, but if there's even one person that wants to let me know about anything. I would appreciate it, but it's kind of like me asking myself at the moment as well when I'm doing these, when I'm asking these questions. Hopefully, if this podcast grows, because I've just kind of just been putting it out there. Like, if I get more serious about the podcast and I like promote it more, and you know what I mean, advertisements and stuff, maybe there might be people that come back to me with a few answers. But for now, I'm kind of like asking myself these questions, unless any of the listeners out there want to let me know as well. But should I start a Q&A show? Meaning that I've been doing this podcast for 31 weeks now, which is still early, don't get me wrong. I'm not a pro at this, I just like it, that's why I'm doing it. But should I start a Q&A show? Meaning that if I have an audience out there, should I get people to like ask questions about me? Anything that you're interested in about me, or like magic, what I like doing, or like the shop that I work in. Any questions that I feel comfortable answering. Like, you can ask me anything, but I'll probably pick a few out that I want to answer, and make that a daily thing as well. Like kind of like a new series, which I'll kind of do in a similar kind of format. Like have it on the podcast and have a camera in front of me as well recording. Would you guys like to see something like that? Because I've been thinking about that for a while as well. Also, second question would be, should I live stream? And this is for anything. This isn't for a particular thing. Like, should maybe one day I live stream the podcast like it's happening now, except I'm just pre-recording this and then I'll just upload it. But would you guys like a live stream? Like, I can always hit up a live stream on YouTube for the podcast, so you guys can see, and then obviously this would be recorded on Anchor and I'd upload it straight away after, but everything would be live on YouTube. Like for the Q&A show, perhaps instead of recording it on my Canon camera, I can do it on Instagram Live or Facebook Live or something. Like, would you guys like to see something like that? Or just in general, just a live stream, just to chill and jam and stuff, if anybody is interested. What's the next question? Alright, this is an interesting one. Should I collab with other people? Collaborations. Would you guys like to see me interview people, or just collaborate in general, just about anything? Because I know I've collaborated with one other person this year, and that's JB, magician. You should definitely check him out. He actually interviewed me for his series. Would it be cool for me interviewing like other magicians or friends and stuff? I don't know. These are just ideas I'm putting out, or like do like a magic video with other people. These are all things I'm going to try, by the way. I'm kind of interested if I'd get a response to this, but probably not, but I'm just going to go for it because why not? But yeah, that's basically what I've written down. There's just some things that I really want to do, which I will do. If it doesn't happen in the next week, 2 weeks, months, 3 months, it will happen eventually. Because they're all things that I want to do. As well, especially the Q&A one, where I get people asking questions and stuff like that. Because I really do want to start like another series as well. Just so I can switch it up a little bit and just start something fresh as well. The podcast is still like, don't get me wrong, I'm not cancelling this podcast. This podcast is going to still be a weekly thing. You will always hear this podcast. But I love trying different things as well. So I'll probably pick like, instead of overthinking it, I'll probably pick like one and then do that, see how it goes. But I'd really like feedback if anybody is willing to give me that. But yeah, they're just some questions that were on my mind as well, and it kind of does help to put it out there as well. I know some people kind of like leaving stuff to themselves, and let them only know about it. But for me, I'm kind of like the opposite on a few things. I like to let it out in the open, and it kind of like forces myself to want to do it. But yeah, that's basically what was on my mind for that. But anyway, moving on. This is actually quite a fun one. Creating content, and have I talked about this? This is the thing. I should really check my podcast episodes before I write my notes down to see. But creating content. Wow, creating content. Yeah, creating content has been the goal for this year. If you guys have watched any like sort of videos, my early videos from this year, I'm talking about perhaps March time. Oh no. Probably January time. If you look on my YouTube video, I think I've probably said this a million times. One of my YouTube videos, Welcome Back Ricky, you know that's an interesting video that I will plug at the end of this year. But yeah, creating content, I've always wanted to do it this year. That's what's been my goal. Because the past couple of years I have not uploaded enough content, and I've beaten all of them years combined this year, just uploading stuff on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn even. I've been going crazy on LinkedIn. Well, not crazy, but once a day. Oh, excuse me. You can tell I haven't... This is me just waking up, man. But TikTok as well. Have I missed one out? YouTube. I have been going absolutely manic on YouTube. So yeah, it's something that I love doing. I love creating content now, and it's just doing. So like, there's always time to create content, and like I said, like I've just come from an early shift in the shop, straight to recording this podcast. So this is why I said I was a bit scruffy at the start of the episode. So I haven't eaten yet or anything like that. I just want to do this podcast, man, because I love doing it. So yeah, that's why I'm saying like there's time to create the content. Like even if stuff like does get in your way of your normal routine, there's always ways to adapt, and I feel like that's something that I'm learning each time. Is to adapt. And there's always, like, I tweeted this the other day, there's always an hour in the day to do something. And I did find an hour like yesterday, the day before, to create content, and I've still been doing it, even though it hasn't been the best. I know I did like some sort of time video kind of boomerang thing. It was, to be fair, it wasn't my best piece of content, but I put it out there because I didn't care. I just wanted to create something, and I know I can improve on that as the days go on or the weeks go on. But there's always time to do something, at least an hour, and I found that hour yesterday and the day before just to create something, and it's really helped. It really has. There is always time to create content. Like, this podcast is very important for me for creating content. Like, the amount of micro content that I've created out of this podcast series is unbelievable, and has helped me. Like, I uploaded one yesterday of what I'm practicing, and that was from episode 24 of the podcast, and we're on episode 31 now, so it's been like 7 weeks. Or 6 weeks, sorry. Sorry, I can't think right now. But yeah, and it's just cool to get that clip back and just put it right now, like 6 to 7 weeks on. So that is it's quite good. So like, if you ever want to create something, just start off with the big piece first, and then just narrow it down, like break it down and put it on all socials as well. And creating content from the vlog. Oh my gosh, I love vlogs now. I really do. I didn't like it at first. I was very uncomfortable because I didn't know what to do. I always went in front of the camera and I went, "Hi, welcome back to the vlog," or something like that. Like, "What's up, vlog?" Something like that. But I do create like still images and like few micro content for like my TikTok and stuff, so it does help for them socials as well. and I put a couple on LinkedIn as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing a podcast and a vlog. It does help you communicate better as well. You kind of get to grips of what you say the most, and how you actually talk, because sometimes you don't realize how much what you actually talk or what you actually say, and I say like loads of the same words and stuff, and sometimes when I don't know what to say, I just repeat myself all the time. So I say like basically and stuff like, yeah. So that's about it really. But there's always like, when you're creating content, there's always like more creative ways. You'll find more creative ways to do something. So if you've done something one way and you keep doing it over time, you'll get bored of it, even though it works, and you'd always want to do something a bit more different. So it does kind of like expand your creative zone of what you want to create as well. And yeah, for the YouTube content, like I've got 44 subscribers on YouTube, and I don't know, I think only like one person watches my videos, but that's not what this is about. This is about me just putting out loads of content. Like I hope like I've been up there with some of the people that my subscribers have been watching. So like in terms of, I think I've created the same amount of content on YouTube that the people that are subscribed to me have been watching from their like big YouTubers. Do you know what I mean? There are like YouTubers that upload every day. I'm uploading it like 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm kind of like getting there slowly, but I know people that only upload like once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, once every month. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of getting up there on the YouTube game as well. I know I need to create more, but I feel like I'm kind of getting there, like I'm always there in the feed of YouTube. So I hope so anyway. But I do feel like I upload my vlog, the podcast, and I've been slacking on the mini clips actually. So you know what, two times a week, but we can make it 3 because I've been slacking on the mini videos. But I feel like I've been going quite good for my level at the moment, for YouTube. But yeah, that's something to take more seriously for 2021. You know what? Let's end that there. Let's end that topic there, because I feel like I want to expand on that maybe in a different episode. But let's talk about, this is going to be a funny one. Let's end the show on this viral, well I say viral, but it's not viral, it's mini viral video that I did on TikTok. So basically, if you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, sorry, this is just me waking up, stretching. If you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, type his name in, Gary V, GaryVee. Yeah man, that guy's helped me so much. That's for a different episode, but I did a duet to one of his videos on TikTok, and I just did it in the shop. I was bored in the shop once, so I just did a duet, and I reacted to it because he was talking about people saying that he was lucky, and he was saying I'm not lucky, and then right at the end he said my name. Well, he said Rick, but obviously it's not me, but I've got that name. So he said Rick at the end, and he started saying something. So I did a duet, and I did like a funny reaction to it. And then all of a sudden, it blew up mini, kind of, on YouTube. So it's got like 20,000 views and like 600 likes, which is crazy. My most viewed and like video ever, which is hilarious because I try and put effort into like edited videos and stuff, and they get like 2 likes. But that's just me trying to, that's me not working hard, not smart. Do you know what I mean? Like I need to work hard and smart as well. But I thought it was funny anyway. So if you ever want to check that out, check out my TikTok, Ricky2ra, RICKY, the number 2, then RA, and you'll see it. You'll know straight away which one it is, the duet one. It was funny actually. I didn't realise it would get as big as I thought, for me, but yeah. people in America seem to enjoy that as well, because I've seen on the analytics side of it. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it there today, podcast, because I might go back in the shop now, or I might like take a shower or something like that, because my routine has slightly changed. But I have not forgotten you guys. You know the effort that I put into this. I've come straight out of the shop, straight to the podcast, hit record. You know what I mean? I could have easily just eaten breakfast and had a shower and stuff, but I'm here because I'm dedicated to this podcast right here, and I hope you guys realise that as well. Everything that I put on this podcast is just from my mind and the honest truth. If you do not agree with it, fair enough. Like, these just are my opinions and stuff, and I'm talking about all the podcast episodes that I've done previous to this. I don't want you thinking that I'm just saying random stuff now at the end of this podcast. But I am very dedicated to this podcast, and I really hope to 1, 2, 3, I don't care how many listeners I get, I hope you really enjoy this podcast, and I really do appreciate all of you as well. So I will see you guys in episode 32 next week. So in the meantime, too messed up that. In the meantime, have a great day or night, wherever you are.